I couldn't speak English. I was starting the 4th grade. I was struggling in school. And many, many children at my school used to pick on me and make fun of me. And I felt bad for being Hmong and a new immigrant to this country. And many times when I would go with my mother and my father to the grocery store or to shop for clothes, I would hear people talk badly about how my parents didn't speak English or how they were backward and they weren't really Americans. There was a time when 4 young men in our neighborhood came to our house and they threw eggs all over our house, and I had to help my mother clean it up. I was so angry that I went to my garage and I took out a baseball bat, and I was going to go look for these boys and I was going to fight them. But my mother said something to me that I think has helped me all of my life. My mother said that I will never be able to change the color of my hair or the shape of my face. And even if I were to become the richest person in America, I will still look like a young Hmong woman. She said, some person somewhere will never like you because of the way you look. But she said, if you study hard and you graduate from high school and you go to college and you come back to the community and you have a good job, then people may not like you sometimes because of the way you look, but they will have to respect you because of who you are. Today, as a Minnesota State Senator, when I go to Cup Foods and people don't know that I'm a senator, they think that I'm just a short Hmong woman who can't reach the Coca-Cola bottle on the top of the shelf. But once they know that this short Asian woman is a Minnesota State Senator, they give me the respect that is due perhaps not necessarily because of the way I look, but because of the office that I represent. So for the young men and women here today, I want you to know that it's not going to be easy. Your parents have many hopes and dreams and many aspirations for you. They want you to become doctors and lawyers and engineers and Minnesota State Senators. And it is going to be a very heavy burden for you to carry to fulfill those hopes and dreams. And remember that even though it's hard, remember my mother's words, that you have to achieve those things so that people can respect you for who you are. And that's what's going to help our community, and that's what's going to make you become the next generation of leaders that we need, not just for Minnesota, but for this country. My second message is for the parents and the grown-ups who are here with us today. About 3 years ago, I had an opportunity to go visit the areas in New Orleans that was damaged by Hurricane Katrina. I went and looked at 2 locations. One area was a neighborhood that was predominantly Southeast Asian, made up of Southeast Asian refugees who had resettled in that neighborhood. I was surprised to learn that within 12 hours of being asked to leave, to evacuate, 100% of the people who lived in that area evacuated or left their homes and went to safety in other states. I was also surprised that 3 years later, about 80% of those people have come back to their homes. And this is very remarkable given that less than 50% of people who live in other places of New Orleans have chosen to come back to their homes. So I asked the Catholic priest, who is in charge of the community of Vietnamese Americans and Southeast Asians that I visited, I asked him, what is it or why do you think it is that such an overwhelmingly large number of Southeast Asians have come back when other communities have chosen not to come back to their homes? And the priest said to me, this is a community of refugees. When danger came, they knew that they had to flee to save their lives and that of their children. And when the danger went away, they came back and they were willing to pick up the pieces, clean out the damage, and start all over again, because they have done it before and it was not hard for them to think about starting their lives over again. So the lesson I took away from that is that as a community of refugees, we have been through hardships. We know what it's like to get off the airplane at the St. Paul Minneapolis airport with nothing but a backpack on our backs. And yet we were able to create a life here, create a rich community here. We have given our children opportunity, we have built businesses, and we're going to become permanently part of this community. And we will experience difficulties and hardships. We are all experiencing the joblessness with this recession, but we are a strong people because we are refugees. We know what it's like to have to start life over again, and we can do it. And it is that spirit of determination, that sense of hopefulness, that will make us the strength of this community, so that in bad times, we will rise up to be the 80% that will come back. We will rise up to be the voices, the leaders to say, when everyone else said life is bad, we say we've seen worse, we will get through this, life will get better. So I'm very proud to be here with my community, with all of you here today. As 2009 left us, it took with it all the hardships that we have been experiencing for the last year. And I know that in 2010 and into the future will bring all of us, the young children, all straight A's, the parents, less hardship, and us as a community, prosperity, peace, good health, and a wonderful future ahead of all of us. So I thank you for giving me the opportunity to share this New Year celebration with all of you.